The original Sega Genesis, such a unique console, lots of great games on here. Fun, kind of bulky design, I would say, with this first rendition. Well, we're gonna do something awesome to this. My buddy Bob over at Retro RGB hooked me up with this clear shell right here, completely clear, and we're gonna swap out these cases. Not only that, let's do some blood splatter on this bad boy right here and see how that looks. You got the clear shell. Maybe I'll do the blood splatter on the inside so you keep the outside nice and smooth. So we'll see how it goes. Let's swap these cases.
So we did run into our first snag right here. This little metal piece stuck out too far, so I have to mark it and cut it off. Okay, perfect. It drops in just like that. And then onto snag number 2. There was no point to screw the power supply there, so I just made this little makeshift post and used a little bit of glue to set it right there. This is Zip Kicker. It makes super glue dry instantly. But then we had the issue, it's moving back and forth, so I cut these plastic pieces out to stop that action as well. Once that was all glued up, we were good to go. So the kit does come with a few pieces, but you'll have to take your original shell and harvest a few pieces from there as well. So I needed the cartridge slot, the springs off these doors, and a few other pieces.
Alright, we got the clear shell all put together with all the parts that we need from the OEM shell. Next thing to do is to get it all bloody. And the one way I know how to do that, I'm gonna have to call my buddy NES Jason.
Okay, we got some fake blood here, and I'm adding it into a card sleeve, and I'm going to add a little bit of water in here, mix it around, and we have this sealer that heats up and seals the end. So we got a little blood bag action going on. So here's the finished pouch right there, and I want to get some placement down, see how they're going to look in the shell, so I'm temporarily taping them down, and yeah, see a little bit of movement. It's not as much as I want though, so I actually went back and put more water in them so we could get more movement. So this is round 2, and we're going to glue them down with some super glue. Now I put some weights on there and let it sit, but unfortunately the super glue did not hold, and it kind of left a crusty exterior around it. So I tried painting it to blend it in. You could kind of still see it there, so I went back with a little bit more paint, and we ended up switching to hot glue instead, and that seemed to do the trick. Oh, you know it's a party when you break out the puffy 3D paint. I thought this would add a little bit more character to the blood splatter, making it stand out a little bit more and hide some of those glue marks as well. So I took a different approach to the bottom and actually painted some lines where I wanted the glue to go. So once this was painted, I added hot glue around there, and you wouldn't be able to see it from the front side of the shell. You would just see the red, like the blood. So that worked out a lot better. And I broke out the fake blood once again, just to add some more dynamic blood splatter to the project. A little bit of different consistency, and tie the theme all together. So this was optional. I didn't know if I should put the metal tray there or put the board back on without the metal tray, because then you'll be able to see more of the board from the bottom. But I thought maybe you'd be able to see the blood a little bit better. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts.
Guys, the bloody Sega Genesis. This thing turned out awesome. I love the blood splatter, and so clean because it's all done on the inside. I love that we went the extra mile and added the little packets there so you could see blood movement in it. I thought that was pretty unique and just added that extra dynamic to it. Now I know what everyone's gonna say in the comments down below.
What if it explodes, if it heats up from playing it so much and pops?
Yeah, I covered the air vents also over here with the blood. This isn't gonna be my main Sega Genesis. It's a fun project. My buddy Bob at Retro RGB gave me the shell to do something cool with it. So I came up with this. I thought it'd be fun for Halloween. It's probably gonna sit on the shelf and just look neat. And Bob gave me a whole bunch of other consoles that I can mod as well. He did give me this smoke clear Sega Genesis shell. I also picked up an N64 clear shell as well. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I should do, be sure to leave it in the comments down below. So again, big shout out to Bob for hooking me up with this shell. I believe he got the shell from someone else, so if you guys want to purchase a cool clear shell, of course I'll leave a link in the description down below to check that out. As a whole, the shell's pretty awesome. It's got a great smooth finish, and it went together fairly simple. The two snags was the power supply here. I had to add something for that, and they didn't add a screw in that same corner, so I don't know if it's something wrong with the mold or what, but other than that, it went together and it's pretty solid. Stands up, and yeah, it's nice and bloody. What do you guys think? Did it turn out awesome or what? So guys, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the cool DIY projects. Much like this one right here, where I customized a PlayStation 1 in a Resident Evil theme. This thing came out awesome. I used some water slide decals, and I think you'll really enjoy this one right here. As always guys, I'm RussLyman, and keep your world fun bit by bit. I'll see you next video.